You know how we're always told to fight our negative thoughts? To just force ourselves to be more positive? Well, what if there's a better way? A gentler and, frankly, a much more effective way. Today, we're going to dig into the ancient wisdom of the samurai and pull out 3 practical, really powerful rituals you can use to get some mental clarity in this chaotic world of ours. Does this feel familiar to you? That constant buzz in your head? A mind just so full of mental chatter and to-do lists that everything feels kind of foggy and heavy? It's a super common feeling, right? But the answer isn't to just fight it and add more noise. The samurai path offers something completely different. And this slide just lays it all out perfectly. On the left, that's our typical approach, basically wrestling with our own minds. But on the right, that's the samurai path. It's not about force at all. It's about gentle, daily care, almost like you're tending a garden. The goal isn't to force yourself to be happy, but to create the right conditions so that clarity can just show up on its own. So let's look at the first ritual for doing exactly that.
All right, let's start with our first practice. It's so simple, anyone can do it, and it's deeply symbolic. We're calling it the water ritual.
So this ritual is rooted in a practice called Misogi. And what's so cool about this is the core belief that water can purify not just your body, but your spirit too. Now, the traditional version might be, standing under a freezing cold waterfall, but we can apply this same principle in a much, much simpler way.
So here's how you actually do it. The next time you wash your hands, don't just rush through it. Stop. Pay attention. Really feel the temperature of the water. And as you're doing it, visualize it washing away not just the dirt, but the stress from that meeting you just had, or that little worry that's been nagging at you. This small intentional act is like a powerful mental reset button that you can hit multiple times a day.
And this is the little mantra that pulls it all together. You're connecting a simple physical act to a really profound mental shift. You're not just washing your hands, you're actively, intentionally creating a clean slate for your mind. Let's move on to the next ritual and see how this all builds.
Okay, next up, we're going to shift our focus from our bodies to our environment with a practice that's known as the monk sweep.
In Zen temples, cleaning isn't some boring chore. It's literally a form of meditation. The whole idea is that our outer world is a mirror of our inner world. Think about it. A cluttered desk, a messy room, that stuff contributes to that feeling of mental fog. So by cleaning our space, we're actually cleaning our minds at the same time.
And the best part? You do not need to clean your whole house. Just pick one small thing, your work desk, a single drawer in the kitchen, and then clean it slowly with your full attention. As you wipe away the physical dust, imagine that you're also clearing away the mental dust. All those doubts, anxieties, and that endless chatter.
This phrase just captures it perfectly. You're not just tidying up. You are actively engineering a state of internal calm by creating external order. It's a really powerful, active form of meditation.
Our third and final ritual is, honestly, maybe the most powerful one, because it's something you can do anywhere, anytime, especially when you feel totally overwhelmed. It's called the true interval. Makoto no Ma. This was a technique used by one of Japan's most legendary swordsmen, Yagyu Munenori. And just think about that for a second. If this could work for a samurai in the middle of a battle, it can definitely work for us when we're about to send a heated email, right?
So here's the practice. It's so simple. Before you react, you just stop. You create this tiny little gap in time. Just one conscious breath, one deliberate blink. That's all it takes. That tiny pause, that's your mental armor. It doesn't magically solve the problem, but it stops that knee-jerk reaction and brings you back to your center so you can respond with clarity instead of pure emotion.
And what you're creating here is something called ma, which is this Japanese concept of negative space, or an interval. It's that essential emptiness that gives everything else meaning. It's like the silence between the notes that makes music beautiful. By creating a little ma in your day, you give your mind the space it desperately needs to process and digest, instead of just reacting all the time.
So how do all these rituals really come together? Well, they help us shift our entire perspective into this really powerful metaphor, becoming the unchanging sky. This profound idea comes from the samurai monk Takuin Soho. He taught that our minds, at their core, are fundamentally vast, open, and clear, just like the sky.
Now, what's so amazing about this is how it reframes our whole experience. Our worries, our anxieties, that flash of anger, those are just clouds. They're temporary. They're just passing through. You are not the clouds. You are the sky. Your true mind is that vast open space, that's always there, totally constant and unaffected, no matter what kind of weather is passing through it.
And this brings us to the ultimate point here. We don't have to fight for peace. These rituals we've talked about, the water, the sweep, the pause, they aren't about battling our thoughts. They're about gently cleaning the mind so that peace, which is our natural state, has the room to just emerge all on its own.
The real power in all this wisdom isn't just in knowing it, right? It's in practicing it. So I invite you to just choose one of these rituals. Try the water ritual tonight when you wash your hands. Do the monk sweep for 5 minutes at your desk tomorrow. Or use the true interval before you send your next text. Just see how it feels.
And with that, let's just end on this powerful affirmation. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the vast, clear sky through which they pass. Take good care.